Hey there! My name is Tossler and welcome to the in-game audio synchronization tutorial. This feature allows you to attach an audio track to a scene, which simplifies the recording of multiple actors that have a dialogue, and setting up camera shots for dialogue and music scenes. This is a new feature at the moment of making this video, so Blockbuster 2.1 is required. And a warning for all the Director Blocks users out there, in this update the Director Blocks' functionality has been deleted. If you're willing to learn scenes, feel free to check out these videos in the top right corner of the screen. Make sure you use Maclip version 2.1, Metamorph version 1.2.3, and Aperture version 1.5 as well. Now let's begin. Let's say you got all the voice acting done, and for every scene you have an audio track in a WAV format. If you have all the voice lines, but you don't have the audio track for the entire scene, you can do multiple things. 1. If you already prepared the scene's audio track in the video editor, you can try exporting the selected portion as a .wav file. 2. You can put together voice lines in Audacity or a different audio editing software by loading multiple voice files, cutting them, and then mixing and rendering together and exporting it as a .wav. If you have an MP3 or AIFF file, you should convert it to WAV using Audacity or different audio editing softwares. Once you have an audio track in a .wav format, we can place it into Blockbuster's audio folder. To open that folder, go to Blockbuster Mod's options, which can be opened by pressing Ctrl+0, then scroll to the far right and click on the Open Audio Tracks button. A window will pop up where you can drop your .wav file. After that, open a scene or create a new one, and in the scene's options, you can pick your audio track from the list. If the audio track doesn't appear, try closing and reopening the window. When you'll start recording, the audio track will start playing, and you'll be able to see a preview of the audio bar rolling right above your hotbar. The green line in the middle is the current playback position of the audio track, while the darker area on the left is the audio waveform that has already been played. This is useful as you can visually see when to start bobbing the head. Once the audio waveform has completely finished playing, or you stopped recording the actor, the audio bar will disappear. Now you can record the next actor. Once all actors are recorded, look at this beauty. Such clean synchronization of voice lines, and beside that, you can also hear the audio track inside the game.
Still voice cracking.
Round of applause, boys!
If we enter the camera editor to set up a new camera profile, once we enter it, you'll see that the audio bar shows up as well. When you'll scrub through the timeline, the audio bar will be synced with the camera as well.
This place, God, woo! 20 years old, by the way, still voice cracking.
Round of applause, boys!
You can use the shortcut Alt+C to cut a camera fixture in the frame you're currently viewing. That, combined with being able to see where lines end, could help you time your camera transitions better.
This place, God, woo! 20 years old, by the way, still voice cracking.
Round of applause, boys!
Now let's talk about the options of this in-game audio sync feature. In the audio category of Blockbuster Mod's options, you can see a couple of visual options. Here you can configure whether audio bars should be shown. The density of the waveform is how many pixels per second of audio should be occupied in the audio bar. The higher the value, the more precise the waveform is, but the more space it takes on the bar. The lower the value, the less space it takes on the screen. The width of individual audio bars is a percentage factor. 1 means 100% of the screen's width, 0.5 means 50%, and the height of the audio bar is in pixels. And finally, whether the file name should be shown in the audio bar or not. I personally keep it on, but you can do whatever you want. There is also an audio shift option in the scene's options, which allows you to shift the audio forward and cut the duration from the playback. This option can be used in one of these specific situations, including but not limited to, you decided to pack multiple audio tracks into a single file, so you can skip the duration of one scene. You've previously recorded a scene with a dialogue using alternative methods, like the play sound command, or by playing the audio on another device. One of your scenes is exceptionally long and is extremely difficult to get all in one recording, so you can split it up into subsections of said scene. Audio shift is measured in ticks. There are 20 ticks in a second. If we'll change the value, then the audio will shift and it will skip the amount of ticks we wrote down from the beginning of the audio track, starting later in that track. You can also edit this value in the camera editor, when a scene is attached to the camera profile under the scene options in the camera options pop-up. Hopefully you realize how useful this feature is. Now let's talk about some technical limitations of the in-game audio synchronization. The audio shift option can't be negative, meaning you can't prolong it like you can with an actor. To work around this, you can add some silence to the audio file, adding 10 seconds of silence to the audio track in Audacity, Premiere Pro, or whatever program you're using. That should be more than enough. You can add more if you need more time to do certain actions though. The second limitation we're aware of is quite annoying. If you have a Bluetooth headset, or if you plug and unplug a headset a lot, you might notice that sound stops working in Minecraft. As far as we can tell, it only happens on Windows. If the audio bar stops responding and the audio won't play, you can go into Blockbuster Mod's options and click on the Reset Audio Tracks button. This should fix all the audio tracks upon the next playback. If that doesn't work, you can also try reloading resource packs by pressing F3 plus T, or you can restart your game. Only .wav files can be used for audio tracks, no AIFF or MP3 or OGG, at least at the moment of making of this video. AIFF and OGG are technically feasible, but might be potentially difficult, while MP3 is a proprietary format, making it out of the question. And the final limitation we're aware of is the in-game audio synchronization works very poorly under stress. It gets easily out of sync, so try to make your Minecraft lag as less as possible, by doing stuff like turning off shaders, reducing resolution, render distance, etc. Now that we're done with the limitations, I have a personal tip for you. After having your entire scene ready to record, feel free to turn everything I just said back on and record it with Machinima. Machinima doesn't record the in-game audio, and since you already have the audio of that scene in a separate file, you can just plop both the audio and the video together in Harmony. So yeah, that's basically it. Hopefully this feature will simplify the creation process for scenes with music or dialogues. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Tossler, and you can go check out my channel as I slowly don't upload anything because I only work on big projects now. So go experiment with Blockbuster Mod, and I'll see you later.